Hey YouTube, I'm back. So Charlemagne, I can't say that. I'm a Christian. I can't be using the name, God's name in vain. So I have to just say Charlemagne. I can't say the other part. Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club, pissed off at Chris Brown because Chris Brown didn't show up for taping show he's supposed to do with them. So some people are saying that Charlemagne came on too strong with the man, that he was kind of harsh about his outing him about his drug addiction. I don't think it takes a lot of outing. I think people who have ever been around drugs understand that Chris Brown has obviously got a serious drug problem. And so I ask you a question. If you were a family member or a friend of Whitney Houston, say you can go back in time. You can go back a year before Whitney Houston died. Would you have done anything different? Could anything have been done? My experience. So I think what he said was okay. Chris Brown responded to him. He was apologetic. First time I ever heard him be apologetic, actually. That he didn't make the show. He'd make it again later. But maybe he could understand that the man was just trying to call a thing out. It needs to be called out. It doesn't need to be called out. That brother is he's extremely talented. Unfortunately, the thing with Chris Brown is this. Not only does he have a lot of money and power in that industry, I'm sure probably everyone around him is being somehow on his payroll or benefiting from him. You're not going to just run up on him with a bunch of garbage. But the main thing about Chris Brown is that he's violent. That's where he's gotten most of his troubles from. It's because he's violent. Being a drug addict and being a violent person is not a good mixture. That man could end up hurting somebody or harming or causing someone to hurt him. So it is a dangerous situation. I'm not saying that's means the man's totally a bad person, but he's violent. He's got whatever psychologically happened to him, whatever trauma he's experienced has made him a violent person. That's what he is. When he's on drugs, I'm sure he's dangerous, volatile. So not many people are going to run up on that to confront that man about his addiction. So I don't know if there is something that people can do. I know there was, I can only speak out of my own experience. Now, out of my own experience, I never ran across a lot of people who got clean because of what someone else said or someone else did. Now, when I was in the pen, and I was there many times, many people, they had children, they had lost wives, they had been successful at one point, they had lost houses, they had lost careers, they had lost everything. And they got out pen and go right back to abandoned building and sit there and smoke crack. That's what addiction is. Unfortunately, some of these entertainment people, and I include myself. Listen, I was a serious drug addict. For me, I didn't have family here in California. I had a few good friends in LA who watched me go down, but there was nothing they could do. Give me $20, I would accept that. Anyway, what I was saying was, recovery is a very personal thing. Now I believe in deliverance. I am a delivered person. I don't go to AA meetings. I don't have sponsors. I don't do 12-step meetings. I'm a delivered person from drug addiction. I prayed about it. I got involved with my spiritual life, and so for me, when I started pursuing God as an answer, I believe that this is the one that could help me and change my mind. God, I needed surgery in my brain. God damn it, I didn't even bring my water. I have to take a lot of pills for this shit I got, so my throat is always dry. Anyway, let me focus up. So yeah, I was just, you look out on the street and you see how handsome and pretty and gorgeous I am, right? Picture me out there on the street pushing the shopping cart with a blanket over me. That's the way it was in LA. I started selling drugs up in San Francisco, so the story was a little different. But at one point, it was definitely about sleeping in abandoned buildings and parks and shit. It got bad, man. I was going to jail for things like that cost $10. Just because I would just go in the store, I'd be such a mess. They follow me around and throw my ass back in jail. So I stole it from everywhere I went to. So it was pretty bad. Yes, I did push shopping cart. Yes, I had eaten out of McDonald's trash can. All this when I became a meth addict. So it could happen to anybody. The thing is, he's hooked. You get hooked, you get hooked. And unfortunately, these celebrities, these people who make a lot of money, they don't have the brakes. See, for us, my crowd, people, drug addicts on my level, we usually ended up in jail. So we wouldn't go all the way down into the pit just because we were half the time. For me, 2/3 of my time was spent in jail. So the city would basically rescue me. Now this man got unlimited funds. He's got a career. He's got a career where he can actually perform while he's high. So it is a very dangerous, very, very volatile situation. And that thing with the violence, Chris Brown, I mean, so many things can go wrong. Not everybody's going to let you pop them in the mouth. It's not going to happen with everybody. And sometimes you will be defending yourself and things will get out of control. So, yeah, I think people love him, care about him, should confront him. Let him know, because when he goes, you're going to be wondering, saying, why could I have done more? Could I have said more? So, you know, it's got to be from people who care about him, if they can get close enough to him. But I don't know that that's going to make a real big difference if someone is truly addicted to drugs. It's got to be personal. Some people going to jail one time is enough. I went over 30-something times, 10 times in prison, and that wasn't enough. None of that was enough. Until I got into a violent altercation. Somebody tried to rob me and busted a beer bottle over my head, stalking me. That is the only thing that got my attention. Fortunately, after that happened, I ended up in jail again, in prison. And since that incident had just happened, it all kind of fell together. Called on the Lord. Now, I'm still talking about the Lord 15 years later. So, whatever happened, it stuck. That's where my faith is. That is the foundation of my faith. So, anyway. So, yeah, let's hope Chris Brown does get some help. He is, like Charlamagne said, he is very definitely a drug addict. When you start losing all your face muscles and all that kind of stuff, I mean, there's nothing about Chris Brown that doesn't appear to be a drug addict. Sunken eyes, the raspy voice. It's a strange thing that these people, they can go on stage, though, they can perform. So people around him professionally, they don't interfere because he can perform as long as you can produce. But how long is that man going to be around in that condition? With no limits, with unlimited funds, with lawyers to keep him out of jail. It's a sad thing. That dude, he's an extremely talented performer, singer, and the way he dances. I wish I could do something like that, but all right, brother. Y'all who believe in prayer, pray for Chris Brown. You know, that man is in some serious trouble. It's not a criticism. It's just an acknowledgement. That's where he's at right now. He reminds you a lot when before Whitney passed away. She would come on and you can just tell that she was hooked. And anybody can get hooked. If you do it long enough, you guys can get hooked too. Don't think you beyond it. I know a lot of good people got hooked on drugs. Anyway, I guess that's it. God bless you, Chris Brown. Get yourself some help, man.